applause for Brett Kline.
Hello, shalom. Yes, I am Jewish despite looking like an anti-Semitic UFC fighter. I met my fiance on J-Swipe, which is Jewish Tinder. When you match, it says Mazel Tov. I'm not making that up. Because every group of people, we all have our own dating apps. Like Jews, we have J-Swipe. Gay people have Grindr. There's even this thing called Objectum Sexual, which is where people are attracted to objects. Yeah, there's a dating app for that. It's called Amazon. My fiance and I, our wedding got canceled because of Corona. It was very sad. But on the plus side, now I'm no longer stressed about the guest list. All my friends are like, oh, so sorry about your wedding. I'm like, oh yeah, you were totally invited. Yeah. Sorry you can't be there. Our wedding is off, but we are still accepting gifts.
Yeah.
Add my Venmo into the chat if anybody is wanting to help us with our everything. I don't know, everybody's like saying like, oh, you should do a Zoom wedding. I don't know, not to knock Zoom weddings, like that works for some people, but I think for us, we're just probably gonna elope. I think there's certain things that I just don't really want to have on Zoom. Like so pretty soon people are gonna do Zoom circumcisions. Hey, yeah, I don't want to see that. So I made an enemy with my neighbor. I realized I was the jerk in this situation. And what happened was we've had this flour. I was trying to bake. I went to go get some flour and I opened up the flour and it's been like way expired. And I look in and there's all these bugs crawling around in the flour. There's all these bugs just like, yeah, I'm flip out. And so instead of like throwing it into the garbage, because I didn't want the bugs to all come out, I dumped the flour out of our 4th story window. And I hear from the people downstairs, what the fuck? I'm just like, put it back in, I pretend like nothing happened. And about 30 seconds later, I just hear. The guy's like, hey, are you dumping flour out the window? Like, yeah. He's like, cut it out. And like, I realized I just had to sit there and apologize and accept that I was the asshole, because any comeback I could have said would have just made it worse. Like, oh, sorry, I was dumping flour into your window. I was doing that because there were bugs in it. So trying to build a community here, but we got enemies. People hate me. Yeah. What's going on with me? How much time? How am I at with time? How do you do that thing? You know what I want to do? Everybody has these cool backgrounds. I can't figure out how to do it. How do you get the background?
I feel like I have a green screen. I don't know how to. I know there are ways to do it without. I'm not.
There's like a button you're supposed to hit though, right?
Yeah, well, if you hit the button, it'll just look like a mess on yours because you don't have a green screen.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be.
No, I feel lame. The whole apartment's a mess. Oh yeah, you got the bridge.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool though.
That's what it'll look like if you do it.
You guys look like ghosts. Whoa.
I need a green screen. Need more professionalism here. So here's actually I'm gonna sing a song for you guys. There was a story a while back about perineum sunning. If you guys are not familiar with this, it's where you lay on your back and you try to get a tan into your anus.
Oh.
And Josh Brolin, the guy who plays Thanos, did this, and he made a big post about how he burnt his pucker hole.
Oh no.
So I wrote this song about perennial sunning. Let's see if this works. Ain't no sunshine in my butt. Burning up my special place. Ain't no sunshine on my butt. Tan my starfish for too long. Now it hurts to defecate.
Oh, man.
Gonna keep my booty shut. 'Cause I am in so much pain. Ain't no sunshine on my butt. I got a blistered pucker hole. It'll never be the same. Need aloe, 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 aloe. Hey, I gotta leave my ass alone. For me no sunshine on my butt. Ain't no sunshine on my butt. Need preparation, ain't no sunshine on my butt. Now my sphincter has been scorched. My protrude has gone ablaze. My fart box has gone ablaze. My cornhole has gone ablaze. I'm my brown eye and my tan. Thank you very much. I'm Brett Kline.
Yeah. Our freestyle rap night.
Oh man, seriously, you gotta record that one. Beautiful. It was beautiful. Guys, give it up one more time for Brett Kline. It's weird with that audience right in front of you. So again, guys, thanks for those of you who just joined us. We're the Tiny Cupboard. We're hosting shows all the time, almost every single night. We have a lot of stuff going on, so check us out. We'll be sharing our information in the chat. So if you guys want to know more about us, take a look there. We're also happily accepting any donations you want to throw our way. They'll be split evenly between all of us putting the show on for you. So we greatly appreciate anything that you want to give. With that being said, I'm gonna keep the show rolling, and we're gonna go up to our next comedian, who I'm super happy to. I'm so happy you're here because I just found out that this comedian was actually one of the comedians on the very first night of like the Tiny Cupboard stand-up show. So everyone give a big round of applause for Pudge Fernandez.
Yay!
And unmute yourself, Pudge. You're mute.
Oh, Pudge is mute.
I think.
I'm here.
Hey, Pudge.
I'm here. Now, please forgive me. This is like my first Zoom comedy show. I'm popping my Zoom cherry tonight, live with you guys. There goes my Zoom virginity. Okay, you guys have it. It's yours. Enjoy. I'm kind of a little nervous. This is a little weird.
Got it.
You guys got, this is a little weird for me because it's like playing baseball in a golf course, comedy online. I don't know, but let's give it a shot. Good luck to us. Good luck to me. First things first, can we talk about Corona? Can we talk about Corona? Because that seems to be the topic of the day, week, the month, the year. It's crazy. First, before anything, let me give a shout out. Can I give a shout out to all the first responders? Not the first responders. No, not the first. The first responders. You know who I'm talking about. The weed dealers, the coke dealers, Molly dealers, the ecstasy. Oh, my God. God bless them. They are our silent angels. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, okay? They're on duty for us. Just under the influence. New York loves you. Okay, Uncle Pudge salutes the first responders. Okay, shout out to them. God bless. How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing under quarantine? You guys all right? You guys are doing? You good? You good?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I can do the quarantine. I just can't deal with the quarantine with my mother-in-law calling me every day in a panic. Okay, I have one of these. I have a Spanish mother-in-law. You know, one of those old Spanish mother-in-laws that watches every news channel in both languages. She'll watch the Spanish and then the English, and then she gets all panicky, and then she calls me in a panic. Okay, every day she's like, "Ay, Dios mío, don't go outside. Don't go outside. Everybody is dying. Everybody's dying. Mira, don't go outside. Don't go. You hungry? Okay, I bring you something, okay? But don't go outside, okay? I saw it on the news. Don't go outside every day." Oh, my God. But it's been pretty weird, though. Has anybody else got that little, like, corona scare inside them every time their bodies move or they feel something? You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden, like anything that happens with my body, I think it's corona. If I sneeze, I'm like, oh my God, corona. If my stomach hurts, I'm like, oh my God, corona. If my hemorrhoids act up, oh my God, corona. It's like every little thing, I think it's corona attacking my body. It's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Oh man. I don't know. Were you guys all over the country, or is this all like New York City?
There's different places in here.
Okay, nice. I hope it's cool out there. I hope it, because New York is really it's corona crazy. Like it's really affecting everybody and everything. Swear to God, the other day I went to get on a train, and as I was waiting on the platform, standing next to me was one of these New York City rats
next to you
with a mask and gloves on. And he was yelling at me, 6 feet, Poppy, 6 feet, 6 feet, Poppy. Back, get the 6 meter, 6 feet. It's crazy. It's getting nuts. It's frustrating. I feel like, I don't know, do you guys feel like just corona is taking over your life? It's like it's frustrating, right? It's like our lives have been hijacked, because no matter what it is that you're looking for, it doesn't matter. You don't have an answer because corona is in charge. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the other day, my wife was like, "Sweetie, I miss my mom. I want to go over her house. When can I leave the house and go see her at her house?" And I'm like, "Babe, corona's in charge." And then she hits me and like, "Babe, are we going to be able to go? Are we going to go on a family vacation this year?" And I'm like, "Yo, corona's in charge." And then today she hits me with this. She's like, sweetie, I'm in the mood." I'm like, "Yo, that's 3 times today." She's like, "Corona's in charge." It's a total corona takeover. I don't know. Oh, man. Speaking of happy marriages, does anyone else feel like every day, like every corona day feels like 20 human days? You ever know, like you lose track and you don't know the time? It feels like, yeah, 1 corona equals 20 human days. What I'm trying to say, I feel like I've been married for a millennium. That's basically it. It feels, yeah, millennial, yeah, whatever. It's my first time. Forgive me. I got tongue tied. All right. These are the jokes, people. These are the Zoom jokes. Oh, man. Oh, speaking of marriages, I don't know about you guys and where you guys are from, but I know it's pretty terrible out here. Domestic violence has been on the rise in New York City. couples not getting along. Personally, I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I would never, ever put my hands on my wife. I can't because she's the only one working and I have no place to go. So it pisses me off. Everyone is getting, you know what I'm saying? I feel left out. I feel left out is what I'm saying. Damn you, Corona. Corona, everything. Oh, man. Oh, and here's your hot Pudge tip of the day, guys. So all the doctors have been talking about everyone's quarantined, staying in, and they're gaining weight. Get out of the house, go to a park, do some laps, okay? This is what you need to do to get some exercise. FYI, watching Pornhub is not cardio, okay? It's not. I know how some of you feel, but Pudge, I'm getting a workout. My heart is going. I'm moving my hands. No, it doesn't count. Go to the park. Leave the house, okay? Porno is not cardio, okay? Just trust me on this. Trust me. Trust your Uncle Pudge. I love you, okay? I'm trying to take care of you guys during this quarantine. Oh, my God. So, anybody else hot? Anybody else? No? I'm having fun. You know, a lot of people are predicting that there's going to be, I don't know if you guys heard this, but they're predicting there's going to be a big baby boom because of this quarantine, that in 9 months, there's going to be this huge baby boom. I'll do one better. I predict that in about 7, 8, 9 years, there's going to be a lot of teachers having a fun time with all these new Corona names that are going to be, you know what I'm saying? Because you know that couples like to name their children after how they were conceived, when they were conceived. You know what I'm saying? So in about 7 to 9 years, these teachers are going to have a blast. Because you come the first day of school, you're going to be like, Maria Corona Jimenez. Maria Corona Jimenez. James COVID Johnson. James COVID. Lucy Netflix and Chill Garcia. Lucy Netflix and Chill Garcia. No. Tamika Bacardi and Coke James. Bacardi. Tamika Bacardi. Okay. Molly Ecstasy Watson. Molly Ecstasy Watson. Is everyone here? Okay. Welcome to the first day of school, kids. Oh my God. I can't wait till the schools. Does anybody have kids? Anybody have kids? Can't wait.
Yeah.
I know that's like, okay, most of you pull out. Way to go. All right, nice. Congratulations. Uncle Pudge says pull out. Good job. Good job, fellas. And ladies, remember, if they're not pulling out, you push off, okay? You push off. Do what you got to do. Listen to your Uncle Pudge, okay? But yeah, I got kids. I got nieces, nephews. I got a son, daughter. Everyone's being homeschooled. And let me tell you, I can't wait till the schools open because things are going to change. And I'm looking forward to this from the bottom of my heart. Teachers are finally going to get appreciated like they've never been appreciated before. And we give a round of applause. I'm serious. Because now the parents know. Now the parents know, right? I'm starting a petition. Instead of parent-teacher conference, we're going to have a parent-teacher white envelope with cash conference, mafia style. Because if you want to show your appreciation to a teacher, you hand her a white envelope, mafia style, okay? That's how you do. You go to the school. Hey, English teacher, here you go. Here's a little something for you. Go buy a vowel. This is for you. This is for you, all right? Yo, math teacher, come here, math teacher. My daughter, she can't find X. She doesn't know what X is, but I know you're trying. This is for you. You're doing a good job. This is for you. All right, history teacher, listen, you're doing a good job. Don't forget, Columbus is a friend of ours, all right? Don't forget, Columbus this is for you. Spanish teacher, Senorita Ruiz, come here, mira. My son, he speaks very good adobo, okay? He speaks very good adobo. You're doing a good job. This is for you. Go ahead. Go buy some zapatos. Go get some zapatos. Guys, I'm Pudge Fernandez. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's been my time.
Hey, thank you.
Uh,
Give it up for Pudge. I'm right there with you. I think everyone has. I think all the parents. I don't have kids, and the stories that I've heard from everyone in my family, because we're Portuguese, we have like a million kids at all times in my family. So teachers, there's a teacher in here, Diana. We all thank you very much.
Diana.
Yeah, thanks, Diana.
You're gonna get an envelope.
Thank you,
You're gonna
Diana.
get an envelope.
More appreciated. We can
You're
only
gonna get
hope
an
that.
envelope. Don't worry.
So many envelopes coming to Diana.
You're gonna get an envelope. Hey guys, real quick. Hey, if I can plug my social media, hit me up on Pudge Fernandez Instagram, Pudge Fernandez Facebook, and on YouTube. I got my YouTube channel, Hot Pudge Sunday.
Hot Pudge
Awesome.
Sunday.
Yeah. So everyone, definitely, if you haven't, take a look in the chat. We're putting our comedians' Instagrams in there, so you guys can check them out. Stay busy while we're all in this ridiculous quarantine. Again, for people who joined while this was going on, it's super awesome to have all of you guys here. Check out our social media. We've got stuff going on almost every single night. We're putting our information in the chat as well. If you feel so inclined to donate, we appreciate anything that you can give. It's split between us, all the performers, and everyone putting the show together for you tonight. And with that being said, we're going to move right on to our next comedian. I believe he is French, so I'm not sure where you are. I'll let you tell everyone, but we do have people from all over the place in Zoom, which is really exciting. Give it up for Alex Gardes.
Hi, everybody. That's right. I am French. Not a very intimidating nationality, unless you're a duck. That's a culinary joke, my friends. It also means that I'm in love with someone who doesn't love me back. I wrote a poem about it, and I'm going to kill myself after this. Another very French thing to do. Speaking of French, I just got a bidet. Hooray! And my birthday was Sunday, so it's like a B-day and a B-day. It's awesome. What a stupid pun, but who knows? So I installed it, but now that hard part starts where I have to figure out how to, squeeze in the fact that I have a bidet in every conversation. Maybe someone will be like, yeah, there was a deadline coming. I was really feeling the heat. I'm like, I feel you, man. Like when I used my bidet and the hot water was too hot. Oh, man. The only problem about having a bidet is that I live alone. So I'm kind of starting to miss my hemorrhoids. It's like, yeah, you call them hemorrhoids. I call them roommate. Okay. Potato. But I've been staying pretty, I've been keeping it high and tight, I've been following Proto, and I've been taking care of myself. I've been keeping my apartment clean, except my bathroom mirror, my friends. All right. Because when a woman comes over for the first time, I want her to know I've been flossing. Might not be happy about it. I'll be like, would you rather that piece of beef jerky on the mirror or in my teeth, babe? I'm so silly. I know.
Literally the worst thing I've heard.
Oh, good. But yeah, social distancing is tough, for one thing, I just miss negatively comparing myself to people from up close, I'm standing 6 feet away. It's not going to trigger my inferiority complex if you went to Harvard. Speaking of which, that's someone's background. Also, I have unhealthy relationship habits, and I was just thinking, 6 feet away, could the woman of my dreams fix me from 6 feet away? Telling you. My bad relationship habits were actually starting to bleed into my normal life because I tried to make a doctor's appointment. He was unavailable, and now I have a crush on him. The receptionist was like, why don't you just find another doctor? I'm like, no, don't you understand? He's the only one for me. He has the answer to all my problems. And so for the next 6 months, I just pretended I wanted to be his friend. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of messed up there. I'm a little behind on the lingo. I just found out about cuckolding. Apparently, it's when a guy gets off on another guy, making him feel inadequate. So I guess eventually I'll be masturbating to someone while he's talking. Let me start again. Masturbating to my girlfriend, talking to someone who made his father proud. Yeah, I got dad issues. Let me tell you. In fact, I just had a big heartbreak. I just got over a heartbreak. The reason it was so bad is because she worked in finance. She could drink pound cheap beer and loved my comedy. She was like the father I've always wanted. So I remember I took her to dinner. I'm like, hey, look, I have feelings for you. She's like, I'm sorry, Alex. I just see you as a friend. I'm like, yeah, but if you give me a chance, maybe you could see me as a son. She's like, I'm sorry, no. I'm like, I hate this house. And I stormed out. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm still going to therapy. You guys are like, good, thank goodness. No, it's been really helping me. But the problem is now I'm kind of just like, I see everything through that therapy lens, you know? So it's kind of starting to it's affecting my love life because I was talking to a girl the other day. We were just talking dirty. She's like, hey, Alex, how big are you? I'm like, well, I recently forgave my father for all the pain he caused me as a child. So I don't know how big I am, but I'm definitely growing as a person. She's like, that's not what I meant. I'm like, all right, I'm 7 inches from becoming the man I was meant to be. She's like, I don't think you want to fuck me, Alex. I'm like, oh yeah? Well, why don't you come over and lie on my couch and we could discuss that for the next 45 minutes. A lot of these issues stem from childhood. I didn't feel sexually appealing as a child either. Oh, don't groan. Look, I'm not much of a political comedian, but I got to say that when Trump said he was being sarcastic about the Lysol and the sunshine, I mean, the way he said it was a lot like the way the voices in my head sounded in college when they told me to cure my depression with cocaine. Too wordy. Cocaine is a good drug. It's the best drug. It'll cure your depression. It's the best cocaine in the world. I've done plenty of cocaine. It's the best. It's the finest. It's huge. You're gonna love the cocaine. And boy, was Trump right. Oh my God. Guys, again, like I said, I'm kind of behind on the lingo. Hey, I just figured out, you guys heard of a thirst trap? These thirst traps, you guys seen a thirst trap? I was not aware of what a thirst trap was. So I asked my friend Jose, I'm like, Jose, what's a thirst trap? He's like, oh, you know, it's a picture of that makes you want a girl. I'm like, oh, so something depicting a healthy father-daughter relationship? He's like, no, Alex, you know, she's like bent over. I'm like, yeah, hugging her dad on his birthday.
Oh.
He's like, nah, dog. She's like wearing a skimpy gown. I'm like, right, from Harvard Law School. He gave up on me after that. But I'm not kind of a sexually conservative guy, you know, like I just want a nice girl that I could smoke weed with and listen to Nine Inch Nails with. Oh yeah. You know, who doesn't want that? Right? Why does he want to fuck her like an animal? It's like, it's romantic, baby. Animals fuck. No, seriously, like I am kind of a prude in a way. It's cost me a good time on a few occasions. Like I was at a bar with a girl once and we were really hitting it off, right? But then she comes up to me towards the end of the night. She's like, I want you to fuck me in the bathroom. I'm like, well, no, where are we going to spoon? We can't do pillow talk on tiles. Plus, I don't have my duvet. What am I supposed to wrap you up with when you get cold and start to tremble? It's like my favorite part, guys. Don't you love it? The old spooning, and then you touch their little Irish noses because I have an Irish girl fetish. Who knows why? Who knows why? How am I doing on time, my dear Joanne?
You've got just under a minute left. I was just going to let you know with my light.
All right. Well, look, guys, I really hope that we get our shit together as a country. It's terrible, you know, liberals, conservatives, you know, even liberals don't get along with each other. I'm a liberal, and boy, let me tell you, I've had some run-ins with other liberals. We could just be on our high horses sometimes. It could be very off-putting. Like I was at a bar once at a pizza place rather, telling a girl why an IPA is called an IPA. Don't do that. They hate that. But anyway, in case you guys were wondering, when the English troops were in India, in order to get the beer to them from England, they had to put a lot of hops in it as a preservative, which is why it has that distinct flavor. And as I'm telling her this, she's like, oh, you mean while the English were colonizing and exploiting the Indians? It's like, that's not part of the brewing process. I felt so betrayed because I was talking about craft beer with the Liberal. That's our official sponsor, you know? Trump supporters don't drink craft beer, not with the names that they have to call them. They're too gay. I just don't see a Trump supporter at a bar being like, they better build that fucking wall. Could I get a smutty nose pumpkin ale? You guys have been great. I'm Alex Cortez. Thank you.
Oh, that was so great. I really, really relate to that that last joke, especially being someone who used to bartend at a place right in Midtown Manhattan where we both served craft beer and the shitty beer, all for a very expensive price.
Yeah.
The people who came in were just, we had a lot of righties, a lot of lefties. All of them hated our prices. But also, I mean, hey, at least they can agree on one thing, right? This is too expensive for beer in Manhattan. You guys, we only have 2 more comics left. I think we're doing very good on time tonight. I don't know if anyone's joined while Alex was up, but again, we are the Tiny Cupboard. Thanks for being here.
Oh, wait, can I plug my Twitter?
Yes, please do.
It's at He's So French. Like he's so French, but like at He's So French. Alex Cortez at He's So French.
Yes.
Thank you.
He's So French. That's his Twitter. We'll plug his Instagram in here too. And I really encourage you guys to follow all these comedians online. That's how I found them, by stalking them online. So with that said, we're going to move right on to our next comedian. Give it up for Claire Alexander.
Woo!
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. And give it up for Joanne, guys. Not just for hosting, but also being a bartender. That's not easy. That's not easy, folks. Yeah, I used to work at a bar, and I always thought it was funny when like somebody would order an IPA, and then I'm like, oh, we're out of that, and they'd be like, all right, well, just like, just get me a Bud Light, like, you know, like, don't tell anybody, you know. And they all the same color, you know. As long as I know enough about one, I can have a Bud Light. It's fine. It's privilege, you know. It's great. Man, I liked it. I really liked it how when someone groaned, Alex said, "Don't groan." But when someone said, "That's the worst thing I've ever heard," Alex was just like, "Yeah."
I was proud of that joke.
Yeah, give it up for Alex, guys. He's fantastic. Love him very much. Great guy. Oh man. Yeah, so I'm here at my parents' house right now. I've been staying at my parents' house for the quarantine. And it's pretty cool to do these online shows because it gives me bragging rights to the rest of my family, you know. Like whenever any of us have something to do, we all like let each other know, kind of in like a shy way. We're just like, oh hey, please don't bother me, I'm doing an online show, you know. Like my brother will knock on my door and he'll be like, please don't bother me, I'm playing clarinet. You know. Like my mom's like, please don't bother me, I'm working. I'm like, shut the heck up, okay mom, I don't need to hear about your goddamn job. You know, some of us, we don't have that, you know. That's it's rough out here, you know, for people who quit their jobs right before quarantine, you know. Like it's I did quit my job right before quarantine, but for medical purposes, so like you can still feel bad for me if you want to, which is nice, you know. So I'm living at home with my parents, and I figured out one of the best ways to get your parents to stop asking you why you're single is to lose your job. That's a really good way. Yeah, because now they know why I'm single, and they've moved on to asking me what I'm gonna do without having a job, which is a more exciting question because you can really improvise with that. You can be like, because it changes every day. You know, the reason you're single is always going to be the same, you know, like it's not like, oh, today the reason I'm single is because I didn't shower yet, you know. It's a little different, you know. When I packed to come home for quarantine, I didn't really know what it was, and I brought my. I have an apartment in New York, but I'm staying with my parents, and I brought my Spanx home because I didn't know what this was. I was like, if I'm going back to Connecticut, I'm probably gonna like go to the bar, you know. I'm not gonna close the bar, you know. Yeah, so yeah, I have these freaking Spanx at home that I haven't worn in so long, and yeah, it's my dad thinks I look hot in them. What can I say? Yeah, it's weird living with my parents because like they're so proud of me, you know, which is weird. Like they really do support me a lot, despite what I said earlier about being single. Like the other day, I got my mom ice cream in a bowl, and she was like, Claire, this is such good ice cream. Like I made it. You know, I was like, no, stop. Like, I need to be humbled again. You know, I really do. I'm excited though, because I'm going on, I'm going to do a FaceTime date pretty soon, which is exciting. You know, I'm going to go on a FaceTime date. I'm really excited because I know that I can't sabotage it by sleeping with him on the first date. I really got that going for me. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to wear though. I'm like, I guess I'll put on my good bracelet. I don't know, you know, like it's so weird. Like I don't know. I don't know what to expect, and I don't know how else I'm gonna sabotage it. I also don't know what to save his name in my phone as. If I can't save it as like Andy, don't sleep with on the first date, you know, like right now he's just maybe Andy. I think I'm gonna keep it that way, you know. I don't know. I'm excited to be dating. It's weird. I'm gonna tell my kids about because then I will get dating online to see what it's like, what the differences are, because I have some pretty standard things I've noticed in regular dating. Like I feel like when a guy calls you nice, it just means he's trying to sleep with you, you know, because it's a good motion word, nice, you know, like, oh, you're so nice, hand on the thigh, like, oh, you're so nice, right? You're gonna be like one of those nice girls that sleeps with me, you know. Like, or if they text you and they're like, oh, you're so nice. Oh, you're so funny. You're so nice. I feel like I'm getting good copped, you know? I feel like I'm like, oh my God, fine. I'll sleep with you, whatever you want, you know? Stop calling me so nice, you know? I mean, it's not like I'm not nice. Like, I am nice. I'm like 2 months in, you find out that I protest nice. You know, I'm not nice right away. I'm the kind of nice that, like, when you're blacked out, you tell me, you know, I hated you when I first met you. You know, that I hated you, but you're really nice. I get that a lot. But like I'm first date nice. Like I'll shake your hand or whatever. Not anymore, but you know, we'll go on a date and but the second you start talking about sports, I am not gonna be nice, you know, because I don't care. You know, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna ask you how you got into sports or like what your favorite team is or whatever. You know, I'll fake an injury to get out of a conversation about sports. You know, like I will be like, look, this is really hard for me to talk about because I recently got hit by a car. It was a sports car. It was a Porsche. So I really can't talk about sports or cars. It's not because I don't understand them. It makes me uncomfortable, you know? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I also think, I I think it's right now it's a weird time in dating because it's hard to figure out if a guy is a fuckboy or not because and for those of you who don't know, fuckboy is well, put it together, you know, somebody they just fucked your head, you know, they just get you over with. Boy, don't we hate those. That's why it's called a fuck boy. But yeah, no, it's hard to discover like what a fuck boy is because everyone's so woke. Like it used to be you could go to a bar and the guy would be like, this song is gay. And you'd be like, oh, this guy probably isn't going to take me to see Hamilton on Broadway. You know, like that's pretty easy to figure out. But now they use woke terms. Like the other day, my friend told me, he was like, yeah, I was just nailing my partner. I was like, oh my God, that is so sweet. You know, he called her his partner. That's like, how am I supposed to see that he's a douche? You know, like I recently got ghosted by a guy who has 2 moms, you know? How was I supposed to see that coming? Except he didn't introduce me to either of his moms, so I probably, you know, I should have figured that one out. But I feel like fuckboys just like, they used to just be bad boys, you know? It used to just be like, yeah, I don't follow the rules. But now that there's rules that like everyone in society has to follow, that your life depends on, it's like, yeah, I don't follow the rules unless there's a international pandemic, you know, like I recently came out of the grocery store and somebody whistled at me and I was like, oh, what a dick. And then I turned around and he was wearing a mask, you know, and I was like, oh my God, well, maybe he's like different, you know, like he obeys the law, you know. Like the law is just sexy when you come down to it. Like laws are hot, you know. Like if I was a guy, I would just hit on girls by saying like the amendments. I would just be like, I think everybody should be able to say what they want all the time. And I would be like, that's so hot. Is that 1 minute? I'm so sorry.
Yep.
1 minute. Okay, sweet. Yeah, or like if a guy says to me like, yeah, I think women should be able to vote, I'm like, stop, you know. Pretty hot. Like one time a guy bought me Plan B and I was like, honestly, the fact that you would do this just makes me want to have a baby with you, you know. Like what? Like he bought it and everything. I mean, I drove, but like he bought it, you know. Like that's $50. We were in my car and I was just like, is this a second date? You know, like this is God, what a great guy. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Give it up for Joanne again. Thank you for putting this all together. This is so fun.
Yay.
Give it up for Claire.
Hey, Claire.
Oh man,
Super cute.
I can really relate to Claire with the whole being at your parents thing. When I packed for my pandemic getaway, I was like, okay, 2 weeks, a month. It'll be 2 months soon.
Oh.
I'm not a quote. I feel bad because I also don't want to abuse going to Walmart to get groceries. So I'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna wait in the longest line, buy the $4 t-shirt, swipe a couple. I've got all winter clothes here. So many turtlenecks. Awful. All right, you guys, we have one more comedian left. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We have a lot of couples in the audience. It's really cool. It's very nice to see you guys. You're all so cute. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really adorable. I have like 6 people in this house and none of them are they're not even in this room with me. But also like Claire, I was like, I'm busy tonight. Okay, I'm like working.
This is my brother.
Just so you guys know, I
know.
have going on.
I'm like important. My mom, when I told my mom I was doing this show, I was like, yeah, we're gonna be doing a stand-up comedy show. She immediately got on Facebook and like you, my parents are so supportive and proud. and so misguided. My mother got on Facebook and shared the Eventbrite and said, "Oh, Joanne's putting on a little show with some of her pals." Comment underneath. I was like, I feel the need to tell everyone, especially in my Portuguese Catholic family. Not me and a bunch of my pals. Please don't join.
That's honestly happened so many times. Like the moms come to the shows and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Crystal" or something like that, and it's really funny. And the grandmas have been coming to our shows, honestly.
I mean, mine is upstairs. She's still keeping 6 feet distance from me though. It's been weeks, but she still won't come within 6 feet. She's an old school woman though. Our dogs, we have 4 dogs. We're dog people. We have 4 dogs here right now. I have my own little mutt who she dislikes the most because she looks the most like an outdoor animal. My dog looks like a fox. So my grandmother just keeps saying she should be outside. But in biting Portuguese while she just stares down at the most adorable dog ever. It's very off-putting and confusing, but I respect her for her stronghold on it. All right, guys, without further ado, our last comedian of the night, who already has his Instagram handle in his name, so smart. It's Andrea Tran. Everyone give him a big round of applause.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I'm all about shameless promotion and plugging. So thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you guys for having. Thank you guys for sticking around. I really like Zoom comedy shows. Are different. It's great seeing everybody's name. It's cool. You feel a little closer and everything. My favorite so far is Tanya's iPhone. That's great. You know, I treat my phone so terribly. I don't even have a screen protector on it, but it's so nice that your owner lets you watch Zoom comedy shows. I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing good. I think the key to kind of, getting through this is just try to keep as normal of life, do the same things you do, as normal as possible. And so a couple weeks ago, my family, we celebrated Easter. And the funny thing about Easter is, Jesus, he would not last in quarantine. That dude couldn't even stay in his tomb for 3 days, let alone he came stay in the house for a week. He couldn't wait to leave. He couldn't wait to leave to go hang out with his homeboys again. I think it's so disrespectful. He calls his best friends disciples. That's not cool. That's just so disrespectful. But people forget that Italians, they're the real people that killed Jesus. And I think that's gangster, right? Not because of the mafia stereotype, but because Italian people, not only did they kill Jesus, they stole his idea for unlimited breadsticks and then opened up Olive Garden. It's just trying to keep normal, trying to do things you do. As Claire was talking about dating and stuff. And I've been dabbling in Zoom dating. I've been on a lot of first dates, right? And guys, clap it up if you've been on a first date recently, or just wave your hands if you've been on a first date recently in the past 25 years. I just want to see where we're working with. Okay, great. Zoom dating, as a guy, it's great, okay? A, it's free. 2, you don't have to pick a place. That's the most stressful part about dating. The first date, you got to pick a place, and you're already home. And at the end of the date, too, you don't have to worry about, hey, text me when you're home safe. They're already home. They're already safe. It takes so much work out of dating. Zoom dating is great. What sucks about I'm from New York. I live in New York. It sucks that a lot of my go-to date spots are closed. A lot of cool bars and kind of fancy cute little restaurants, and that sucks. Because after quarantine, I'm gonna have to start taking girls to Applebee's and stuff. And then that's why I take them to cool places, so I don't have to act, and be interesting. I let the place be more interesting. Let that do all the heavy lifting. Mm-hmm. So cool. Ever since this whole coronavirus thing started, just people have just come out of the woodworks to be racist Asians. I've been watching. I've been watching. That was a really loud laugh.
Uh,
Yeah, but I've been watching a lot of Fox News because, I'm more scared of the ideas that they're, spreading. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the last time Asian people had this much airtime on Fox News was. Do you remember when that Asian dad got pulled off that United flight? Yeah.
yeah.
And even then, they managed to turn every single segment into, do Asians deserve the aisle seat? Like that's what they were saying. So the last time I feel that people weren't racist to Asians on the internet was when Parasite won the Best Picture Oscar. That was the last time that I remember. And if you guys haven't seen Parasite, it's a great movie. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I think it resonates with so many people because there's not really one category or one genre of movie that you can put it in. Because in the beginning, it's a comedy, and in the middle, it turns into a drama, and at the end, it turns into a very scary horror movie. Yeah, which is actually the exact same trajectory of every single relationship I've been in with a Korean girl too. But honestly, before like everything happened and stuff, it felt like society, we were getting better as a society in terms of being more progressive, being more, accepting. It was so great because transgender people, right? Their struggles, their issues, it was way more dialogue and awareness around that. That was awesome, right? And it's also awesome too because my last name is Tran. So every single time I hear or read the words trans rights, it just sounds like people are siding with me on an argument. Now my last name is Tran. My first name is Entreat, and it's great because I know a lot of immigrants when they come to America, they'll switch their names, especially like Asian immigrants, they'll switch their names and have more Americanized names. And I've never had that, and I've kind of had to live with my life with kind of a difficult to pronounce name. And I feel like me and Indians, like, because you never see an Indian dude with like a Connor Gupta, right? They always stick with their birth names. So I feel like if you ever met a Connor Gupta, there's something wrong with that guy. It's just a red flag immediately. Like a Connor Gupta, he's wearing chinos, right? He's wearing pink chinos. He's also worshiping an elephant god too, but his elephant god is the Republican mascot. Like that's the guy he's worshiping. I also society has been pretty progressive. I'm glad we kind of came together collectively to kind of like say, hey, these are like we know what Halloween costumes not to wear, right? Everybody knows blackface. just stop. Any sort of Native American, anything, don't even think about it. Any traditional Asian garments, no, right? But I'm not gonna lie, if I went to a party and I saw somebody wearing all three at the same time, like blackface and then a Native American headdress and a Chinese silk gown, for some reason separately, those are offensive. But when you put them all together, that becomes performance art or something. That you can't. I have to laugh at that. But yeah, so I feel like Halloween costumes now, you have to think about what's gonna be offensive 10 to 15 years from now in the future. So this last Halloween, for example, I thought about being an alien. Guess what? We discovered aliens like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, right. What scientists discovered also that they're also sending us radio signals every 16 days that they pick up a signal from outer space. It's crazy that aliens are better texters than most of my friends. It's just think about that. But like, what if I had dressed up as an alien and we discovered aliens for Halloween? That's bad. Some time from now, I'm just hanging out with my coworker. His name's Bleak Blorp. His name's Bleak Blorp. And he's like, dude, what is this? Is this you a photo? Is this you in green face? I thought we were friends. My family did not escape Zolteon 54 for me to come here to feel this extraterrestrialism. You know, like, what do I say to that? I'm like, there's no defense. I'm like, yo, Bleep Lord, you got the wrong idea. Not an extraterrestrialist, okay? I dated an alien girl once. It's just all good. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming around. Thank you, Joanne, Matt, guys, for putting it together. Shout out to Tiny Cupboard, all the other comedians tonight, guys. Give them one more round of applause. Thanks so much. Hope you guys stay safe.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys, that is our show for this Thursday. We are the Tiny Cupboard. We're putting on stuff for you as much as we possibly can. We're putting our link in the chat if you feel so inclined to donate. We appreciate anything. It'll get split between everybody who helped put the show together tonight, including all of our performers. Check out our other nights. We've got a lot of really fun stuff going on. If you want to listen to some music, we got a lot of music nights. So you don't have to, make your own Spotify playlists. Come and listen to our music. We'll just put it on for you. Yeah, that is our show. Thanks so much for sticking around, and give it up one more time for all of our awesome comedians for Zoom stand up. It's hard, guys.
Great job, everyone. Great job.
Yes.
Thank you.
You guys, you're welcome. If anyone is feeling lonely, you are welcome to stick around, hang out in this Zoom, and chat with some speakers. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. Other than that, you can exit when you like, or turn on your video and say, hey, I'm about to mix up another margarita. So
Nice.
Yeah. I hope Tanya's iPhone enjoyed.
Do you know what, Bill? Your background of the bar actually looks so similar to the bar that I actually worked in. Like, we were a trash bar. We were
Yeah, those are my favorites.
We were like North Carolina whiskey shot in a beer kind of bar. People used to come in, and we were right across the street from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can tell by when you walk into a place what it's gonna be like. My bar at the time, I was working at a place called Brother Jimmy's. I don't know if any of you.
Oh my God, that place closed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that closed. It was right. Yes. Oh my God, it was right by Penn Station.
Yep, there were a couple in the city. They were around from like the 80s, and I think the last one just went under with Corona. But oh yeah, man, we were wooden. We had Christmas lights around.
That place could be very specific to your taste.
Oh yes,
we had some pretty events there.
Yeah, I had some of the best and worst times in that bar. Some of the best and worst.
It's like Charles Dickens all up in there.
Exactly. Yeah, people used to walk in, and depending on what concert or event was going on at the Garden, they would come in, and it was like Billy Joel. You'd have all these like old white people. I'll have a lychee martini. And you're like,
I don't know what's in a lychee martini, but it sounds fancy.
Daniel? I don't. What? Very special time. This is like the first time I've had any real bar stuff around me though since I left there. So I just like made my first margarita. And I feel like I'm going the opposite way. Most people are drinking more in this quarter. I've been drinking less, but we have been smoking weed a lot more. But this is like my first margarita.
Okay, have a couple more.
I know. I'm just gonna mix them up tonight. Gotta get my tolerance back. It was pathetic.
I'm glad you have your background back.
I know. It was sad, right? We talked about it. It was like in the weird thing basement. Yeah. I just said tonight, I was like, look, I gotta be at the bar. It's gotta be more casual and less freaking weird.
It felt like you were in like a post-apocalypse, kind of shelter situation.
Not cute.
Does anyone have a screenshot of what that looked like?
Probably.
It was not really. Oh, maybe it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Yeah, it's just I have like this back. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So we're
taking a tour.
Yes.
Kelly, you had a background last week.
Some drums and some foosball. I will say, my dad put up a man cave. It's pretty on point. We've got our darts. popcorn and movie station, bar, all the games.
Damn.
But I was in this really creepy back area.
Are you reenacting Chris Cuomo's reception from the basement? Or?
It's like super creepy. I have set up these walls, but yeah, it's like a storage unit, and this is where I was in a little bunker.
This is so much space though. Like it's crazy for me to see this.
Bigger than my friggin' apartment in Brooklyn.
No, exactly. That's the size of my apartment. Yeah.
But yeah, this is where I spend a lot of my time.
That's a lot of room.
General or
You even have a backdrop.
Yes, I have a couple backdrops. Again, me and my Amazon account have not slowed down.
What if you host next week on the table? Was it a pool table or what kind of game?
Oh, this is it's a foosball table.
Yeah, do that.
Some foosball next week.
Yeah, some variety.
Done.
Okay.
Setting up.
Thanks, Joanne. I gotta
Yes,
go.
thank you so much, Alex. It was so nice meeting you. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, you're like the coolest. Everyone,
it was
give it
so
up
much
for
fun.
Joanne. She's the coolest.
Yeah.
thanks for another great show.
Rockin' gal.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
So
Sounds
glad to be-
good.
On the pool foosball table.
Our foosball table's a little beaten up. It's actually currently got a chess set and shot roulette on top of it.
Okay, see near the foosball table.
I'll just set up at the bar here.
Yeah.
Actually, Kelly, we saw you signed up for the Rude online bar experience.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
Yeah, well, we're curious too. It's kind of a demo event, but the idea is like comedians are like bartenders, and then you walk in, and then you have to like order a drink, but they're like really, really, really rude. And like the whole thing is like they insult you, and that's the whole entire experience.
In real life, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
We got it from there's like a thing in Chicago that's like
Right.
An actual restaurant.
like a restaurant, and we just converted it into like a Zoom experience.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
Zoom roots.
Yes. So hopefully that goes well. We'll see.
Well, everyone's tired of being polite all day. So
Yeah, I think there's a need for it. Like
If I have to write best, like stay safe in one more friggin' email.
oh yeah, I just ignore that from like now. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't have time for like
I
to
know.
respond to every single email. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm doing very well. Thank you. My family's okay.
Yeah. I know it's exhausting. I'm like, it's so nice that you're chatting, but I don't care.
link them. Just send them a link.
Yeah, just to
Everyone just read what I've written.
No, be like, okay, well, here's what I'm doing. Bye. You want to laugh? Then join us.
Just a link. I love it.
just a
So
copy
simple.
paste response. Yeah.
See what happens.
Kelly, what's that behind you?
It's my TP. And it was devised before quarantine, for some reason. It just happened. It's where I go in my 100 square feet that is not work. So there's that corner, that corner, that corner, this corner after hours. It's like your bar, Joy.
I love it.
I like it a lot. That's cool. Well, yours is real. Mine's is a fake background. So
It's totally real, but it's child size. So you really have to squish down in it, you know? It's a little window, you know.
Yeah, it's really cozy.
Yeah, it reminds blanket forts. It reminds me of that. We should make a blanket fort.
Yeah, to make
like,
a blanket
you made a blanket
fort.
fort.
I'm gonna send you one on Instagram. Actually,
Oh, send it, please.
perfect one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to make a nice one that looks like that with
I know,
white-
right?
Yes. Okay, can you get on their Instagram? Yeah, on the Tiger Instagram.
Oh, Joanne's not.
Send it to her.
Joanne's not on it, but maybe
I'll make them.
We'll just send it to
we'll just
her.
send it to you.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I love it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm tomorrow's the first day. I stupidly got really overambitious and I signed up for all of these classes so I could, stay busy. And now I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Every day.
Which
Like
class?
tomorrow's my first day where I don't actually have to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Before it, I hear it's supposed to rain
Tomorrow?
It's getting so much rain.
I know, April. Oh, it's not April 4.
Well, I heard it was like snowing.
It's gonna,
It's gonna
yeah.
snow.
Yeah, I
Really
heard
cold this
possible
weekend.
snow weekend.
What?
What?
Where?
Yeah, for like Massachusetts and like up north, there's a possibility of snow this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, in New York too. Yeah.
No, not in New York.
Yeah.
I know, that's crazy.
May.
Weird.
Hey, Joanne, gang, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thanks,
Bill.
Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye.
Oh,
Tanya and Lordy.
There's a chance that we can just remove them.
Yeah.
All right, bye, Tanya's iPhone. See you, Lordy.
Oh, put in waiting room.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay. Cool, nice. Let's go off YouTube.